Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock, where it's a review of the movie the 70s, man. What can I say? This one is about a delusional scientist named Dr. Carl Stoner. 70s, what can I tell you? Who's apparently trying to do experiments in which he turns human beings into reptiles in case something goes wrong and all humanity is wiped out, there'll be reptiles and things of that nature. A student named David gets hired by Dr. Stoner to be his assistant, but let's be honest, gang, he's really there to be his guinea pig. Or should we say guinea snake? So Dr. Stoner... Sorry. Okay, let's be serious. So Dr. Stoner starts conducting his experiments on David, and David starts noticing that there are some weird things starting to happen to him. But we can get past all that stuff because David falls in love with Dr. Stoner's daughter named Christina. So as David is starting to go through the change of human into snake, all Dr. Stoner wants to do instead of cure him is make him more into a snake. So Christina tries to go do some investigating, and she goes to a freak show where she sees that the Snake Man was the original assistant to Dr. Stoner, who he dropped off at the beginning of the movie at the freak show. And then she puts two and two together and realizes something has gone completely wrong. So, of course, a police officer goes to check up on David and everything like that, and he's knocked out by Dr. Stoner. And then eventually Dr. Stoner, well, let's just say karma gets him back in a big way from a king cobra. And then David, who is now a complete snake, literally, has a little confrontation with a mongoose. And when Christina walks in to try to see what's happening, she yells David's name. And that's it. That's where the movie ends. The movie stars Strother Martin, who some of you may remember best as the warden from Cool Hand Luke, and Dirk Benedict, who was on the original TV show The A-Team, plus he had a cameo in the A-Team movie, the original Battlestar Galactica, and a couple of movies, one of them being Alaska, and the other one being Body Slam. So why did this movie suck? Or should I say suck? Well, the makeup effects for it were actually pretty good, but all in all, this is just another one of those really stupid, mad scientist, I'm going to say a lot of S words in this, and I'm going to hate myself for doing it, mad scientist type movies, in which they kind of went out like a really long time ago. And I'm sorry, but with a name like Dr. Stoner, I don't know if I would actually trust him or not, because you would not know what kind of experiments this guy's wanting to try to do. Other than that, this movie is just plain out really, really silly. Here we go. And, some may consider it a cult classic, but honestly, it's pretty weird. And again, the 70s, it was such a strange time to try to do any kind of movie. And in fact, this may be actually one of the strangest titles for a movie of the 70s. Not just a horror movie, but a movie itself. Probably the weirdest movie title for one from the 70s I can remember. I think it was from the 70s. Is a movie that was just a dollar sign. That was it. That was the title of the movie, just dollar sign. Like I said, weird decade. But yeah, this movie is pretty strange and it pretty well sucked. And I hate those kind of endings where you're kind of hoping you're going to see what happens, and then all of a sudden it's just like, what? You just, huh? And then you think, well, maybe something happened after the credits, and you checked out after the credits, and still nothing. So, yeah. But there you guys have it, a review of Sssss. I should have gotten an air pump in here, something like that, to do this. If you've seen it, love to hear from you guys in the comments below about what you think about it. And of course, if you like my videos, always feel free to subscribe. If you've got a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that had a weirder title than this, and hopefully didn't make you feel like you were spitting all over the place when you were trying to tell everybody the name of the movie, send it my way, and I will get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.